What's going on, Tan and J Man Show Nation? Episode 482 of the Tan and J Man Show is live on the ISC Sports Network, along with their Twitch channel, their YouTube channel, and the Tan and J Man Show Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, that follow button, that notifications bell, so you know every time we are dropping a new episode live each and every Monday night. I'm Terry Lee. Alongside with me on the screen is Josh the J-Man Munt. J-Man, how we doing?
I'm doing all right tonight. How are you doing, T-Dog?
Doing good, man. It's hard to believe it's February 9th already and the NFL season is officially over.
Yeah, it feels like it just started, didn't it? I mean, we always talk about during like college football, like holy crap, it's already week 6. In the NFL season, it's the same way. It feels like it just started, and I'm very glad it's over for me personally.
It was one of the more, well, of course, personally for me, one of the more enjoyable seasons of my fandom until Bo Nix's ankle injury after, you know, we found out after the Bills game. But like taking my fandom aside, for a season, this was one of the better NFL seasons I can remember from
I
start to
agree.
finish.
I think it was one of the better playoffs we've had in a long, long time. Super Bowl was boring. It just wasn't very good. Which it's not really. It is part of the playoffs, but at the same time, I don't really evaluate the Super Bowl as being part of the playoffs for whatever reason. But from the wild card round, division round, conference championships, it was fantastic football all throughout January.
Well, and you brought up a good point about the Super Bowl because Super Bowl is so different.
Hmm.
I mean, it's different. The game itself is different. You get 2 weeks to prepare instead of 1 week. It's a neutral site environment instead of somebody having home field advantage. It's just totally different than anything you're used to during the
Yeah.
season. Sure, you have the international games, which keep expanding and expanding. Now we're going to be up to 9 next year. Heck, you might as well honestly make it 16 so
Hmm.
everybody has to play one. And then
Right.
everybody would get even amounts of home and away games at 8 apiece. That's probably what they should do, but that
Yeah.
seems too easy. Um, but so you got that, and then it's just such an event instead of a game. You got the longer halftime and everything. So I get it. Yeah, the Super Bowl is kind of the outlier, even though that's everybody's goal to get there and win it. It's kind of the outlier. Look when we dissect the playoffs as a whole.
Yeah.
So
It's a spectacle.
there you go.
The celebrities come out for it. The common fan can't really afford to go to it. Again, you said the long halftime. I think the halftime last night was 35 minutes or something like that. You have media week. So it's a whole different animal to prepare for one. And it's keeping your guys focused. And I'm sure they were all very, very focused last night. But yeah, it's just I love the Super Bowl and I've loved it my entire life, but the love for it is almost a little lost on me at this point. I prefer the wild card round, the or the division round, the conference championships now, more so than I do the Super Bowl as itself.
Yeah, and it's of course, my team the last time made it was 10 years ago, and I know your team hasn't in your lifetime,
Nor will they
but
ever.
I think they will sometime. I mean, eventually.
I disagree.
Okay. But like I don't know, like if I'm lucky enough to see the Broncos get back to another one, I'm sure my anxiety and everything will be through the roof compared to what it was 10 years ago.
Sure.
Because I mean, I was a big fan back 10 years ago, but not near as big a fan as I am even now. So but this NFL season, like I said, was enjoyable, but it was also one of the more stressful sports seasons I've ever endured just because it seemed like every Broncos game was down to the wire. Usually they were coming from behind.
Yeah.
So on that note, I got college basketball to gear up for another month, hopefully closer to 2 months, but another month. And then I could take time off until September. So.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about it's almost kind of nice having a team that stinks every year because you stop caring come mid October and you just kind of
Yeah.
coast to the end of the year. But I was thinking last night, like, how would I be if the Dolphins were actually in? I've never seen them in a conference championship. I think the last time they were in a
That's true.
conference championship game, I was maybe 2 years old.
Man, that's crazy.
They haven't won a playoff game since 2000. So
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't even seen him in the division round since I was 8 or something like that. So I don't even know.
maybe it'll take new ownership someday or something.
Maybe it feels like for the first time since Stephen Ross has been an owner, they did the right thing this offseason where they fire your GM, fire the head coach, and just get a fresh start. Maybe that'll be the thing. They hired from a winning organization. So maybe we'll see how it goes. But I do have some birdie bogey for you. It is college.
Where do we sit on the standings, by the way, on the season?
We're both 1 over, which is actually a month in. That's not bad.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It is a college basketball related question.
Okay.
And you do have a opportunity for a par this week because it's a 4 answer question.
Oh, great.
There are 4 college basketball programs that have won 20 or more games at the end of the regular season. So that does not include, conference tournaments, NCAA tournament. They have had 20 or more wins at the end of the regular season, each of the past 6 seasons coming into this year. Can you name those 4 schools? But again, 3 for a par, 4 for a birdie. Birdie or bogey is brought to you by Giretti's Place. You probably have the read up as once again I failed.
I do. Yes. Let me pull it up here. Oh boy, my mouse is not cooperating with me. I hate when this happens. Giretti's Place, small town vibes with big time flavor. Giretti's Place serves up fresh breakfast and lunch favorites that keep you coming back for more. Located at 701 Main Street in Rochester, Indiana. And I did see they've been active on Facebook this last week. So let me pull it up here. See what we got going on for the month of February. They got coffee specials all month long. They got Adore Me Chai. They got Strawberry Kiss White Mocha. Rosé Dream. Honey Rose, I should say. Vide Brulee. Sweetheart Mocha. Available all February. So grab your Valentine, your bestie, or treat yourself. Which one are you falling for first? It says. And February specials for food. Thursday through Saturday, they're going to have the Monte Cristo. I had one of those, not at Giretti's, but I had one of those at a different restaurant last week. Really, really good sandwich.
Big fan.
There's 3 slices of golden French toast stacked high with ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese, served with sweet apricot jam, chips, and a pickle. Sweet.
Golly, that sounds good.
And also Hawaiian burger, juicy burger topped with Swiss cheese, grilled pineapple rings, crispy bacon, teriyaki sauce, onions, and lettuce, served with French fries. It's a mini island getaway on a bun. And your soups of the day, every day is loaded baked potato. Thursdays, creamy chicken wild rice. Friday, cactus chili. Saturday, broccoli cheddar. Appetizers to try and share. Shareable sampler, boneless chicken wings, chips, and salsa.
I've never had pineapple on a burger.
I have. It's all right.
I've had it on a chicken sandwich before. It was very good.
I think I had it.
Grilled pineapple on a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I've had a chicken sandwich. I want to say I've had it on a burger, but I definitely have had it on chicken sandwich with teriyaki sauce. So, also had it on pizza a couple times.
I don't think I've ever had it on pizza before. Are you one of those people that are like, yeah, it doesn't belong on pizza, or?
My wife loves it on pizza, so that's why I've tried it. I don't try it with her combination, but I have had the Hawaiian, the ham, the brown sugar, and the pineapple. That's not bad.
That just sounds good, honestly.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't want it every time. Yeah. Like, it's not going to be my new go-to, but yeah, once in a while, I don't mind it. So I'm not one of those that's like, absolutely not. It can't be on a pizza.
Yeah, me either.
But
what was it that one year your wife wanted to make a pizza and it was like pineapple, black olives, and something else? Green
olives and pineapple. Yep.
Disgusting.
Yep. I hate olives, so it's not for me.
Yeah,
not for me. But since we're on the food and drink and everything category, I mean, there's no free ads on here, but I'm gonna give them a free ad anyways. So last week we were talking about a little nostalgia. When you were talking about NFL Street,
yes,
and Code Red, and I don't remember what snack you were having while you were playing.
Probably Cheetos.
But so I was at the store last week, came across some Code Red. I'm like, I haven't had this stuff in 20 years. And I've a couple cans in on the 12 pack within the past week. Still hits, man. Still hits.
Man, you were off pop for about 15 years or so.
Worst thing I did.
What's happened to you?
Tried it again one day.
And the worst thing you did was get back on it, huh?
The rabbit hole. Now I'm drinking all different kinds. I still try to only drink about one a day, if that. But yeah, it's bad. I went 14 years without drinking a whole pop. And
I was gonna say, was it the ginger ale that got you back? So I remember you talking about the ginger ale got you back.
Yeah, I was drinking ginger ale for a little bit. It was actually my wife and I had Dairy Queen one day for lunch, and I got a sweet tea, I think, and she got Diet Pepsi, but they gave her regular. And she couldn't tell if it was regular. I'm like, let me taste it. I can still probably tell. Right away, I'm like, yep, that's regular. She's like, I don't want it. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to let it go to waste. So I started sipping on it. And honestly, that's what did it. That's what started it. So now I'm drinking
Code Red Mountain Dew. It's a slippery slope, huh?
Mm-hmm. Still hits.
Yeah.
Still hits. So, all right. Well, let's talk a little more Super Bowl. I feel like we got to start there. I know we got some other stuff to talk about too, but Super Bowl 60 in the books. Seahawks, led by their dark side defense, dominated the Patriots. Score was a lot closer than the game actually was. But I'm just sitting there thinking, wow, this is the best that could come out of the AFC. Now, it wouldn't have been any better. It would have been worse if Jarrett Stidham was in there, which it almost was. But as a Bronco fan, I'm just sitting there, man, if Bo Nix wouldn't have broke his ankle, at least maybe it would have been more of a compelling game yesterday. But Drake May looked like he was seeing ghosts.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad on my way home from work today, and he said it kind of reminded him of Marino in the Super Bowl, his second year. He had obviously one of the greatest seasons ever in 1984, but then Super Bowl came, and it was just like he wasn't hitting the passes, hitting the throws that he usually did, and he was sped up. And a lot of that had to do with May last night. His offensive line couldn't protect him at all, which credit the Seahawks. They were blitzed like crazy last night, but they also brought four a lot too, and they got to him. They were at his feet all game long, and I think that's one thing that New England's going to have to work on is the offensive line. They used a real early pick in Will Campbell this year, and he was a disaster as a rookie. He gave up, I think they said, coming into last night, he gave up 14 pressures in the 3 games in the postseason so far, and it wasn't any better last night. But he also doesn't have many weapons to throw the ball to. But New England's defense kept him in it because it wasn't like Seahawks were really doing all that much either. But they were finding a way to get scratch and claw across 3 points across the board a couple times. But yeah, that Seahawks defense, man, and they're young and they're going to be good for a long time, you'd think. Now the Legion of Boom was young at one time too, and they should have won 2 Super Bowls. They only won 1, so you just never know. But really good for Sam Darnold. I mean, quite the redemption tour after being crucified by the New York media. Then he bounced around to Carolina and a couple other places, San Francisco being one of them. And Kevin O'Connell was able to kind of spark something in him. I think Minnesota's really kicking themselves now for going with J.J. McCarthy over Darnold. But Darnold seems like a good guy, and I'm happy that he was able to win one.
Yeah, really good redemption story, like you said. And maybe it's a story for some franchises maybe not to give up on their quarterback so soon type of thing, even though, I mean, he obviously wasn't going to pan out the Jets. And sometimes it is.
No one does.
Yeah. But Kenneth Walker was a stud last night, Super Bowl MVP, first running back MVP since Terrell Davis back in Super Bowl 32 in 1998, which is wild. I didn't realize no running back had won the Super Bowl MVP since then.
It's hard for a non-quarterback to win it feels like.
It is. It is. I mean, you could have gave it to a host of defenders probably. The Seahawks, heck, you could have gave it to their kicker who kicked 5 field goals, the most in Super Bowl history. But I thought the difference was going to be going into the game, Seattle's playmakers compared to New England's playmakers. And I'm still surprised Drake May didn't use his legs more. I thought maybe that would be able to keep them in the game, but he, for whatever reason, just didn't or wasn't able to. So, yeah, overall, I mean, the game itself wasn't too entertaining. What did you think of the commercials?
I'm I hate myself for it, but I'm so used to something goes on commercial, I immediately start looking at my phone.
Ah,
I'm very guilty of that to the point where like we're like midway through the first quarter. I'm like, oh crap, I haven't seen a single commercial yet. I forgot that Super Bowl commercials used to be a thing. Um, they were forgettable, like they have been the past 5 years. The Budweiser one was good. There were a couple other ones that were okay, but I mean, I just remember maybe it's because we were kids, we thought everything was funny. But like back in, I don't want to be that guy. Back in my day, but back in my day, Super Bowl commercials were hilarious. I mean, you got like, people still have like cultural references from back then.
sure.
The "What's up?" That was a Super Bowl commercial. We just don't get that anymore.
Yeah, some companies don't spend I heard today for a 30-second commercial last night was between 8 to 10 million. Uh, some
That's
companies don't
crazy.
like Doritos
Not worth
used
it.
to be funny ones every
Yeah,
year. They don't do it. And the companies that do usually release their ad before the Super Bowl, a week or two before,
yeah,
and people complain. I'm like, from a marketing standpoint, since that's my everyday job,
yeah.
I totally understand that. Get your bang for your buck, so to speak. So I get that. And like, if you only play it once during the Super Bowl, if somebody like you isn't paying attention, you miss it.
Exactly.
That's money down the drain for that brand,
Yeah.
that company. So I get it.
Yeah, one thing I have started looking forward to with the commercials is seeing like brand new movie trailers that
Yeah.
haven't even been announced that movies are coming out yet, and just to see some stuff that's going to be coming out. But I
Yeah.
just think it was forgettable commercials, like they have been for I would say 10 years now. They haven't
Oh
even
yeah.
been good.
Yeah. I'd say at least 5 years, if not 10 years. It's like you have a handful every year coming out of it. That was pretty good.
Yep,
That was about it. How about the halftime performance? Bad Bunny. What was your take on the halftime performance?
loved it. Didn't have a clue what he was saying because
No.
I don't speak Spanish. But man, he can perform. He was having
Yep.
fun. Great message. I thought the set design was beautiful. I thought it was
One of the best I've ever seen,
one of the
probably.
it like told a story throughout it,
Yep.
and you got to see different cultures
Yep.
throughout that as well. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I knew it was gonna be entertaining because
Mm,
I I came to know of Bad Bunny through the WWE. He's done some stuff with the WWE, and he's actually a really good wrestler for a celebrity. He's really athletic,
yeah,
just understands it. So, like, I think his first match was like 2023. So that's kind of when I learned of him. Once again, I couldn't understand anything. Like, I wish there was a way they could have like got subtitles up there just
subtitles.
so I
Yeah,
could know like the lyrics of the song and kind of know what he was singing about.
sure.
But I was still tapping my foot. I enjoyed the beat, the vibes
Yeah,
of the song. I thought it was energetic. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Um, there's a bunch of people crapping on it out there. I don't think they grasp that the NFL is not just an American game anymore. It's
exactly.
a global game. It is the most popular sport in the world, and they're playing now, like I said, up to 9 games internationally next year. So you gotta bring that in,
Yeah,
once
absolutely.
in a while. And I had no problem with it.
No,
Um, I thought it was a lot of fun.
and honestly, I've never really cared about the halftime performance anyway.
Nah,
Like
nah,
it's just it's a fun thing to have, but
yeah, some people
I'm always
really do,
indifferent.
but
Yeah,
I've never been one that's like
no,
this makes or break my experience at the Super Bowl,
yeah.
and I kind of find it pathetic that a lot of people around the country want to cause a big stir over 35 minutes of a halftime performance
Yeah,
at a pro football championship
yeah.
game instead
Who
of
cares?
some other issues that you should be making a big deal about. But
Yeah, who cares?
yeah,
Who cares? Yeah, and he's a global superstar, one of the most famous and popular artists worldwide.
absolutely.
And it was the most watched halftime in the history of the Super Bowl. 135 million people were tuning in
Yep.
um, during that, which surpassed last year's by 2 million. So,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, I
Most
enjoyed
years
it.
I can't even tell you who performed,
No,
but I will tell you Super Bowl 60, I'll always remember Bad Bunny performing.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's very few that I remember. Like you say, who performed in 2021, and I'd have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Was that
Well,
the weekend?
the 21 season was yeah, the Super Bowl was the weekend. 22 then was Dr. Dre,
Yeah, that was
Eminem,
a good
that
one.
one. Yeah. But I couldn't tell you
Um,
23,
no, last year was Kendrick
24.
Lamar.
Oh yeah.
Um, I think the Eminem one was 23. The Dr. Dre, Eminem, those guys were 23.
I thought it was 22 because that was the Bengals and the Rams.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
That was 22. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, or was that the 22 season? 23 Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't
I think it
care.
was 21 season. Yeah, but
I don't know.
I think Coldplay was the one for the Broncos of Super Bowl 50, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, a boring band for a boring Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a boring Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
it
You're right.
was.
If you weren't a
It
fan
was
of the Broncos,
definitely.
and
It was
Super
just,
Bowl 48, I could not tell you because I was like, well, my team's down 19 points. I was also in college and probably
yeah, I do.
partaking in some games or something.
I do remember Rihanna being one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe she was in the
I do
2020.
remember Prince in the Rain, Colts Bears.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson had one too. That was pretty good back in the day. Of course, the first one that I really remember was the Justin Timberlake Janet Jackson. That was the halftime I remember the most.
Yeah. Well,
From
yeah.
a kid, or the first one that I can really remember. But I also remember Phil Collins. He kind of did his Tarzan songs one year too.
Yes. Yeah. Of course, I enjoyed Green Day opening.
Yeah, that was good.
They did about what I thought they were going to do. I'm like, they're going to
Mhm.
play. I thought they might play one or two more songs, but I'm like, they're going to play their hits of American Idiot because that's the album. Well, right now, it resides with a few things, a message they want to send out of
Mhm.
current events, but also those songs are what people recognize them for,
Yeah,
mostly globally.
sure.
So that didn't surprise me at all. Yeah. Nope, they were good. I am trying to bring this comment up, and my mouse is just,
Let's
I
see if
don't
I can
know.
do it.
I don't know what's going on with this mouse.
There we go. I
mouse.
got it.
Thank you. Thank you. Mitch Melton. Rihanna was between them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yep. Stupid mouse. I don't know what's going on. It must be low on batteries. I cannot get it to.
I forget. I can do the same things you can. I just never
Thank
do.
you.
So,
Thank
yeah.
you. But hopefully I can get it to work here. I got a cool feature I want to bring up. Oh, it looks like I'm going to share my screen. And I got maybe I talked too soon. Come on. I've got a slide up here that has all the logos all time from Super Bowls. Hopefully everybody can see that. And this is what I miss. I miss uniqueness of these logos.
Yep.
You look, I mean, okay. Super Bowl 1 was pretty bad. Just in text. First World Championship game, AFL versus NFL. Then Super Bowl 2, Super Bowl 3. But then once you got to about Super Bowl 11, Super Bowl 12, I would say, the one there in purple, you start to get some uniqueness. You start to get some cool logos. And then I'd say the last one, Super Bowl 41 was good. And then 42 through 49 were the most bland logos ever.
Same.
You got so lazy. 50 was good just because it was 50. I mean, it was different because it was 5-0. It wasn't Roman numerals. Then you got laziness again. Now they're putting like a little color and design in it, but colors, still like.
Yeah, the corporatization of things. Like we used to have different, NCAA tournament floors.
Yes.
Different courts. I mean, even like Taco Bell had a different inside than McDonald's, and now they all look the same inside and out.
Yeah.
There's no discernible features anymore, and it's sad.
Give me the old yellow napkins and cups from Wendy's.
Yeah. And, you remember the old sunroom they used to have in Wendy's too?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
You could still see what buildings used to be at Wendy's at one time that are like vacant just by that design. Just looking at these, what do you think's the neatest Super Bowl logo of all time?
Man,
I can slow down. I'm just kind of going through.
I think Super Bowl. Ooh, I like the one. I assume that's from. Would it be Super Bowl 31? Is pretty cool.
Mardi Gras one right there. That was
yeah. I thought that was probably New Orleans, right?
Yep, Packers Patriots. Yep.
That's probably my favorite of the ones I can see. Which I don't think any of the old ones are all that cool, but
right. This is not the one. 02 is not the one I'm used to seeing. 02 was usually the one with America on it because it was after 9/11. So I've never seen that logo. I've always thought this one was cool from the Patriots Eagles in Jacksonville. I kind of like that. Of course, that one was the Colts Bears over there, 41. 44 was Saints Colts. That's a great game. That was a bad logo.
That is a bad one.
Yeah. There's another one I liked back in the. Oh, I thought this one was cool. The Rose Bowl.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
Even though the Broncos got smacked in that Rose Bowl, but I thought, or that Super Bowl, but
that Rose Bowl.
Cool. And I guess there's a roses in that one too. 93. That would have been one of the Bills Cowboys. But yeah,
they need to play the Super Bowl at the Rose Bowl again. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, even though UCLA's trying to get out of playing at the Rose Bowl now.
It's just going to be It's just going to be a playoff game only, huh? Plays.
Yes.
I wonder where UCLA want their own. They probably want a smaller stadium like Northwestern did.
No, they should if they're smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're this. I should title like this back in our day because we just sound like old men yelling at the clouds, about missing old Super Bowl logos, old Final Four logos,
old fast
even
food.
The NBA logo, even the NBA Finals logo used to be so good, and you know that do they still do the half court with the Larry O'Brien trophy in it? Because they used to do that.
No, but a lot of people complained about it, so I don't know if they put it on this year, but they did on TV. They like put like I don't know, like
CGI
or AI, whatever, put it there. But I assume they'll probably start doing that going forward. Although the NBA doesn't really like to listen to anyone except themselves, which is why their product sucks.
Bring the Sonics back. It might be happening. There's movement. Might be happening. Seattle and Vegas maybe this summer.
Watch it. They'll have a Seattle franchise, but they're not going to name it the Sonics.
I'll be ticked. I watched Sonic Gate, that documentary again the other day.
Yeah.
Came out in 2009. That's what started the movement for me. So I was just bringing that comment up again because it was still unread on my end. So one last thing with the NFL I wanted to hit on. Free agency starts March 11th. Tampering starts before that. But what are some needs and wants you want to see the Dolphins do?
Well, the biggest thing is going to be the Tua situation.
Sure.
It sounds like they're going to try to find a trade partner before March 13th when the new league year opens, or March 11th, whenever that is. Or they'll release him. So I think we'll have a resolution on that before the new league year. They got a lot of needs. They really the trenches are what really needs some work. Obviously, offensive line. The offensive line's been terrible forever. And defensive line had a bad year this year as well, which I thought should have been a strength. I mean, you had Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb, which Chubb had a good year. Chop Robinson had a terrible year. Follow up, Zach Sealer wasn't nearly as good. Their rookie Kenneth Grant stunk. So they need help in the trenches. They need another pass catching wide receiver as well, because you have Jalen Waddle, and he's pretty unreliable at this point. Who knows? They might try to trade Waddle. Who knows? A lot of needs in Miami. We'll see what they do.
So if they don't find a trade partner with Tua and then end up releasing him, or even if they do find a trade partner with him, I doubt they'll get a quarterback in return. Do you see him drafting a quarterback in the draft?
I think they'll sign Malik Willis, honestly.
Okay.
That's been kind of a rumor that's been thrown around for ever since they hired, their new GM, whose name's escaping me. But when they hired Jeff Hafley as well, just being familiar with them, I think they'd go like a short deal, and then see what happens next year, and then take one early if they stink. The next year. So it's definitely an unenviable position that the Dolphins are in right now.
Yeah, for the Broncos, a lot of positions they're in good shape going into next year, but they got to figure out the run game. That's going to be a real question mark. And J.K. Dobbins, I don't know what you do. He's a free agent again. They had him for 1 year, $2 million. When at the time he got hurt, he was fifth in the league in yards. He was having a real good season. Then he got hurt like he does every year.
Every year.
Did it in the Chargers, did it in the Ravens. So I wouldn't be mad if they brought him back, but it better be on a cheap deal and like a short deal, because you just can't trust the guy to stay healthy. Kenneth Walker's going to be free agent, but I doubt Seattle's going to let him leave.
Yeah.
You could draft one, but I'd rather try to re-sign Dobbins and also sign somebody else. But we'll see. They got to figure that out, though. So RJ Harvey's more of a receiving back. I think going to be more of a receiving back than anything. Also would like them to get another wide receiver who's a consistent, reliable threat. I think Pat Bryant's going to be good, but so far he can't stay healthy. Troy Franklin's up and down. Marvin Mims, speedster, does well when they give him opportunities, but they don't use him much for some reason. And then Cortland Sutton's good, but I don't know if he's a 1 anymore.
Yeah.
So, and even a tight end, I'd like them to go get a tight end because Evan Ingram didn't really work out very well. I think he's on a team option, so I doubt they bring them back. But we'll see. We'll see. They got money to spend now with Russell Wilson's contract is $32 million off the books. So which it was kind of funny last night. A lot of the draft picks they used through the Russell Wilson trade were key contributors last night.
Oh.
So worked out pretty good for Seattle, even though
Definitely.
the only player still there from that trade was Drew Lock, and he's on his second stint with Seattle.
Yeah.
Since that trade.
Yeah.
So
that's funny.
Noah Fant and Shelby Harris are no longer there. But yeah, so NFL, like we said, there is no off season, but next few weeks there shouldn't be too much.
Yeah. The combine's here at the end of February, isn't it?
That's
so that'll
right.
give some stuff for the NFL to talk about or for networks to talk about. But
that's true.
I'm sure they'll be talking a lot about the Dallas Cowboys for God knows what.
Always. They always win the off season.
Yeah, even like it was like the start of media day or start of this week. And this past week, the week before the Super Bowl, and like one of the things on one of the shows with Dan Orlovsky was, "What's Dak Prescott's legacy like?" Who cares? Who cares, man? Didn't even talk about the Patriots or Seahawks. It was, what about Dak Prescott? If Dak Prescott played for anyone other than the Dallas Cowboys, they wouldn't give him a lick of airtime.
No, they wouldn't.
That's not Dak's fault at all.
No, he's pretty good, but still, like they only talk about a handful of quarterbacks.
Yeah, and he's for some reason one of them.
Yep. So, yep. Well, I got a blind ranking today. It got nothing to do with football. I don't know why I'm transitioning this way, but it's got to do with NBA.
Oh, interesting.
And my dad helped me a little with this list, and then I finished it out. We thought of some guys who are having or had, because I don't know if one of them might not be in the league anymore, are having, I'm going to say, better NBA careers than we ever thought they would coming out of college.
I like it.
Starting with Cam Spencer.
He's the UConn one, right?
Yeah.
Because do you remember his brother Pat at Northwestern, Pat Spencer? He transferred from he played lacrosse for 3 years, then transferred to Northwestern, was their point guard 2020, 2021, I think that season. He was good. He was more known as a trash talker at Rutgers and UConn. I'm gonna put him at 4. He's having a good NBA career though. That's wild.
And a lot of these guys are Big Ten guys. I think 4 out of 5 are Big Ten guys. This one's not Colin Gillespie for the Suns.
Yeah, Villanova guy. I think he went undrafted. He was okay at Villanova, but nothing special. He just obviously has those intangibles.
He's having 14 a game.
I know, man. I'll put him 3. I think he's better than Cam.
Duncan Robinson.
He's had a good run, but he's 6'8" and he can shoot it, man. He got paid. I think he's still hanging around. I'm basing this list off of what they're doing now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm gonna put him 5, but he's had a good NBA career.
Well, especially when he started at D3 in college.
Yeah,
I mean, crazy.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
He's had a long, good NBA career. He was good at Michigan. That Michigan team was loaded with Stauskas,
yeah, they were.
Burke and McGurry.
He's the only one. He's the only one that's lasted.
I know. Yeah, I saw Trey Burke. Trey Burke does not look very good. Last time I saw him on a podcast saying the reason he got kicked out of the NBA was because he didn't want to get the COVID vaccination. That's why he got kicked out, not the fact that he was averaging like 2 points a game or whatever it was. Let's go. I got to put him 2.
And the reason I put him on this list, he's the one that my dad didn't even have down. My dad had 4 down, and I finished it. It was because when I think back, all those Michigan guys, they all were pros. Thought they were going to be pros at the time. Yeah. I didn't think Hardaway Jr. would last.
No, I'm with you.
He's on the Nuggets right now. So, and lastly, Khalil Ware.
Yeah, I mean, he was a first round pick though.
Yeah, he was, but
But
like
I'm gonna put him one. Yeah.
he's still having a lot better career than I thought he would. Even though
Yeah.
he went first round, like
I followed the Heat just because a lot of the Dolphins writers are also cover the
sure.
Heat as well.
And your boy
And
Myers Leonard used to play for him, so
and my boy Myers used to play for him. I obviously have to put him one. But he had a great rookie year. This year he's been out of the rotation for some reason, and the riders can't really figure it out. And Spoelstra's kind of thrown him under the bus a bunch, saying he just doesn't. He, he has essentially said it looks like he just doesn't even care. So that's not great.
that's how I thought he was at Indiana. To be
Yeah.
honest,
And especially when he was probably going to be a headliner for Giannis in a
yeah,
at the trade deadline, and your coach comes out and barely
yeah.
playing. Yeah, that's probably not great. But re-rank, I'm gonna probably put Tim Hardaway one. I'm gonna put Duncan Robinson, I think, two. I probably should have had him two to begin with. Who was my third guy? I already forget. It's Cam Spencer and Cam Spencer was
Gillespie.
fourth. Colin Gillespie. Okay, I'm gonna put Gillespie three, Spencer four, and Khalil Weir five, just because he hasn't been there very long. But good list though. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's we don't talk too much NBA on here.
No.
Tried to tie that in a little there
Oh, no.
with the Big Ten, and I do want to hit on Mitch Melton's question here real quick before I get to the read. If once again my stinking mouse will cooperate, is Mendoza's career over once he gets picked up by the Raiders? I hope so. For many reasons.
Yeah. What did I see today? It wasn't a rumor, but there's rumors that Derek Carr could come out of retirement.
I saw that. I saw that.
He wants the right situation, right coaching staff. And one person said, "What about the Raiders?" And the Raiders trade the number one overall pick for a haul. And so yeah, who knows? Maybe he doesn't even end up with the Raiders. But
But you better hope not for your bold predictions.
yeah, that too. I don't think it necessarily over, but it probably doesn't help. Probably doesn't help his career at all.
The track record is not very.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like Daryl Love here on Facebook saying yes, career over. He goes to
career's done.
But I will say, I think Clint Kubiak's a good offensive coach.
I do too. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what he does there. And I mean, he took care of business with the Seahawks. Sometimes I know everybody's always worried about all these coordinators who are already set to become head coaches after Super Bowl. Like, will they be able to focus? Focus just fine.
Yeah.
Job to do. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But that is the blind ranking segment this week, which is brought to you by Performer Prince 2 Promo Group. If you're looking for a trustworthy, dependable resource for your next trade show, company picnic, or sales meeting in 2026, Performer Prince 2 Promo Group has over 50 years combined experience in promotional products and commercial print. They strive for fast and efficient response to all your print needs, so you need to look no further. Let them be your one-source print and promotional company today by giving Barbara Van Weinsberg a call at 574-210-3815.
Do you want to get educated before we talk some college?
I need it. It's definitely like
college
a Monday because it is a Monday, but it's felt like a Monday.
On this day in 1540, long time ago.
What?
The first recorded horse race meeting in England is held at Ruddy Fields in Chester.
Okay, so like the first one to happen. That's what you meant by recorded. Because I'm thinking recorded, but they couldn't record the audio. They could definitely not record the video. So first ever to happen. Okay.
On this day in 1895, William Morgan presents his new sport, Mintonette, to the world at Springfield College in Massachusetts, and later renamed it volleyball.
I like volleyball a lot better.
I do too. Mintonette.
Way to go, Bill. Bill Morgan.
Does not roll off the tongue. On this day in a lot of Olympics, obviously. The Olympics are going on. Have you watched any of it?
No, not live. I've seen some highlights. Of course, Lindsey Vonn.
Right.
Shattered her leg. It's gonna take 3 surgeries to repair her leg, pretty much.
A week after tearing her ACL. Yeah. While you're in there, just put a new ACL.
Oh my gosh.
On this day in 1951, MLB's St. Louis Browns signed pitcher Satchel Paige at age 45.
What a legend.
Yeah, he was an old guy. On this day in 1980, Rick Barry of the Houston Rockets is the first NBA player in history to hit 8 3-pointers in a game.
Can you name his sons?
We had Brent,
Mm-hmm.
John,
Mm-hmm.
and there was one that played for West Virginia.
Yeah, I know.
Florida and West Virginia.
That name just came me now. I thought about the other two. I forgot they had the younger brother of like 30 years.
Scooter. Striker? Scooter. I don't know. It's probably not Scooter.
Of course, Brent Barry was a dunk contest champion.
Brent, John, is there another one too, or is it just those two that played in the NBA?
Those two.
What the heck was his son's name? You gotta look it up for me. West Virginia college basketball.
I was thinking the first two. I forgot they had the younger brother.
2014, I want to say he played. Maybe it was later on. It was a unique name, if I remember correctly. On this day in 1986, the 36th NBA All-Star Game was played. The East beat the West. Who won the MVP in 86?
86. Let's go with Magic Johnson.
Good guess, but incorrect. Isaiah Thomas.
It was nope, that's the daughter. All right. Oh man. It's not Brooksberry.
I don't think it is Brooksberry.
All right, now I'm looking up Rick Barry's Wikipedia now. Let's see.
Who won the NBA All-Star Game MVP on this day in 92?
So Brent, John, Drew, Scooter, and Canyon.
Canyon. He did have a scooter, huh?
Scooter played in the NBA. He went to Kansas in the 80s.
Scooter did? Okay, so it was Canyon Barry. Yeah, I remember Canyon Barry now. I knew it was a unique-ish name.
Okay, Scooter played overseas, not
Scooter. I can't believe he had a scooter. I just pulled that name out of nowhere.
Nice.
Anyway. 1992, the West beat the East in the NBA All-Star Game. Who won MVP that year?
I'm going with Magic again.
It was Magic. I can't believe you chose Magic when the Eastern Conference won.
I kind of felt like he returned. Maybe. He had like a semi-retirement return in 92 or something. And he did it years later again, too.
92, he did win it. 86 was when Isaiah won it.
Yeah.
Who won in 97 the MVP? It was the East that won. You'll never get it. Michigan, former Michigan player.
East won it. Chris Webber.
Glenn Rice.
Oh, darn. Probably for the Hornets.
Who won the Pro Bowl MVP on this day in 02?
Pro Bowl 02. Marshall Faulk.
Rich Gannon. Did you see that video of him and John Gruden? That was awesome.
I love when Gruden talks to these old quarterbacks. They still have it in them, like their love, and they just get right in their cadence and right in the street. Don't care who's around. Yeah, that was great.
On this day in 2003, the West beat the East in the NBA All-Star Game. Who won MVP?
West beat the East 03. Let's go with Kobe Bryant.
Good guess, but incorrect. Kevin Garnett. On this day in 2006, Al Michaels joined NBC's Sunday Night Football to broadcast.
Has it been that long? Wow.
With John Madden, yeah.
Wow.
On this day in 2018, the Olympic Winter Games opened up in Pyeongchang, South Korea. And then on this day last year, the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yes, they did. A game that wasn't that close either.
No, the final score was like 40-22, but it was 40-6 at one point. It was an absolute bloodbath.
Yep. When do we hear announcement from Travis Kelce? One way or the other.
It sounds like they want him back, and it sounds like he wants to be back. So I think he'll be
all right. So
back,
that whole telecast at the end of the year was for nothing. I mean, my gosh, they treated it like it was his last home game ever. So
we'll see. Maybe he decides to hang her up, but I think you have to hear before the new league year, right?
I would think.
It helped the Chiefs out anyway.
Yeah,
did it, but
But that's a good list for the Honest Day list for the week, which is brought to you by Blue River Digital. Blue River Digital is a full-service smart marketing agency. They help businesses simplify marketing and grow with intention. Their focus is on system strategy and long-term results, not hype or one-off tactics. They offer digital marketing, website development, graphic design, printing and direct mail, signage and vehicle graphics, corporate apparel, promotional items, and AI and automations. They work with small, medium, and large businesses spanning across the United States with a strong presence in northern Indiana. Contact them today at 260-248-2749 to see how they can help you with your digital marketing.
College hoops.
Hoops.
Yes, sir. I watched a lot of college hoops this week. It's kind of the first week that I really watched a bunch.
I watched Purdue, a little bit of Indiana, and a good amount second half of Illinois, Michigan State.
Yeah, there were some good games this week. Now that we're starting to talk about it, I can't remember what they were. But
UNC hit a buzzer beater to beat
that's
Duke.
right.
Stormed the court. Duke had a staff member get pretty injured.
Yeah, get trampled. But
Yep. Gonzaga lost the
Lost to
home
Portland.
game to Portland.
Yeah, lost. It was at Portland.
Oh, at Portland. Sorry.
Yeah,
Portland's first ever win over top 10 teams.
Yeah, I don't think Gonzaga had lost to Portland since I don't even know when we were probably in diapers last time we lost to Portland. But yeah, Purdue only had one game this week, right?
Yeah, and they didn't play very well because
They didn't, but they
found
found
a win. I thought
yeah,
one with under a minute left. I thought it was over. I thought Purdue
yeah.
would lose it, and I was ready to just
Jump off
say
the
season's over.
yeah.
Ready for just give me relaxation with no sports going on. But
Yeah, Oregon had a couple opportunities to hit a three late to make it 4, but
I will say Biddle makes them better. Not as
for sure he does.
not that
yeah.
much better, but like they were Saturday, but they did.
Yeah, I mean it gives him a 7-footer that can hit a 3 and block shots and
He
stuff.
looks like he's 45.
He does. He's a tough guard. But yeah, it's one of those games you're not going to apologize for a win.
No.
Ever. Just forget about it and move on. 'Cause big week this week. Can't dwell on it at all for Purdue.
Yep. 30 minutes after the game, I didn't care. That was a 4-point win.
Yeah, who cares?
They definitely got some things they got to figure out. They just look sloppy at times. They don't look locked in at all times. Like they better be locked in these next 5 games.
Oh,
They get
sure.
real tough.
Yeah.
Especially life on the road this week. So.
I watched the final 4 minutes of the Purdue game because I just figured they were going to blow them out, and I had some errands to run and stuff, and I checked the score, and it's like of course our friend Evan Webb, who's been on the show, is freaking out, and so I'm like, all right, I got to tune in because usually he's freaking out. Purdue's only up 12 or something like that, and I turned it on, I'm like, oh, Purdue's only up 1. I'm like, I might as well watch the end of it. And Purdue had a stretch there, the final 4 minutes, where it was precarious because they had a couple turnovers in a row that wasn't really like them. They missed, I think, a front end of a 1-and-1, stuff like that. And they're fine. I mean, they found a way to win. Who cares?
They just need some guys to consistently step up.
Yeah.
CJ Cox for a while was on a little bit heater. He's kind of disappeared. Jakari Harris had a good game at Maryland, didn't do anything the other day. Like they need guys to step up. And Fletcher Lawyer all of a sudden shot well the last 2 games, which is
they
huge.
need it.
But they just, I don't know, they're not all clicking like they were at one point. But maybe this is the week they get back going. At Nebraska tomorrow night, 2.5-point dogs. At Iowa Saturday, which they scratched the club to beat Iowa the first time.
Yeah,
so.
Iowa's playing some good basketball right now too.
Yeah, so that's a 5:00 tip on Saturday. Weird.
That is weird.
Time.
I'm sure it'll be packed. And
Sure.
The Super Bowl played a role yesterday, but I mean they're rolling, playing really good basketball, and there's like nobody in the stands watching them play Northwestern. But again, the game ended probably an hour before Super Bowl kickoff.
Yeah.
That probably played a role, but still, that's not a good look when you're playing good basketball. But
Purdue scraped out a win. Indiana somehow scraped out a win. Very controversial.
Yes.
A couple of calls the last 15 seconds.
The bad call was the charge. That was not a charge. That was a horrendous call. Originally, I thought that the last play of the game was a terrible call, but there's an angle where Blackwell very clearly tripped Wilkerson, and it was definitely a foul. That was a horrendous charge call, though. The guy, I mean,
it should have been fouled in Indiana earlier. They were hacking at him.
Yeah. Wisconsin's coming off a tough one, and Illinois and Wisconsin are in the exact same boat, and they play tomorrow night. Illinois absolutely destroyed Northwestern.
Yeah, they did.
On I think that was Wednesday night. I was a little nervous about it coming in. I get way more nervous about playing teams like the Northwesterns at home than I do, at Michigan
Sure.
State, just because, it's you shouldn't lose to these teams. You're 15.5-point
Well,
favorites, stuff like
well,
that.
that's how you win the conference is winning
Yeah.
games like Northwestern, not at Michigan State in prime
Yeah.
time. It's the ones you should get.
You
That's how
you
you win the conference.
can't lose that. And Illinois had built up some good capital in at Purdue, at Nebraska. That if you lose at Michigan State, whatever. But anyway, they just destroyed them. I mean, it was over within the first 10 minutes. They got up 28-9 at like the 11 something minute mark. They just killed them. The crazy thing about Northwestern lost by 40, and it wasn't even that close. Illinois was up 49 at one time. Another thing. They only scored 44 points and lost by 40, and they only turned it over one time, Northwestern did. So they're just horrendous. Speaking of tripping, J-Man, yes, there was another incident of Jeremy Fears.
He's so dirty.
I'm hoping this is what he's talking about. Where yes, Fears had an incident or 4 in Minnesota where he kicked a guy in the groin area.
He could get punched.
He tripped another guy, tried to trip another guy. And then this exact same situation happened where he stuck his leg out. It looked dirty. It looked intentional. David Merkovich face plants. They go to the monitor, say no, play on. If that's on the road, he's getting teed up. He might get kicked out just because of his reputation. But Izzo, even though the call went his way, he's screaming at Kelly Pfeiffer. And I can't stand Izzo. So he's getting sick of it. Well, he said that he doesn't know what he's going to do with Jeremy Fears. He said it after the Minnesota game. And he said, I don't think I'm going to start him. Sure enough, he starts him, plays him 70 minutes. He has the best game of his career. It was the first game where I'm like, all right, it's time for Kylan to come back. Because you look at some of the teams they played, Braden Smith killed him. Jeremy Fears killed him. They need Kylan Boswell back, and it sounds like he could be back this week, probably not tomorrow, but could be back Sunday. They just need him for depth because they're only going 2 men deep right now, and it was the first game all year that they kind of let slip away. I don't even know if I'd say slip away, but they're up 4 with about 3.5 left. They got up 9 early in the second half. They didn't shoot the ball well at all. Keaton Wagler played the worst game of the season so far, 2 of 16. He started forcing stuff too, which he hadn't been doing.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. Well, he'd been killing everyone, so he was kind of due for one. But still, the fact they were able to get it to overtime, Jake Davis with some absolute stones to hit 2 free throws.
Yeah, I thought no way he was making them both.
Yeah, in that environment to force overtime. And then they got some home cooking to them. Jeffrey Anderson let Fears go to the foul line about 10 times in overtime. And the one that changed the game, Illinois was up 2 with about 2.5 minutes left, I want to say. And Tommy Avicic picked up his 5th, which he didn't even touch Jeremy Fears. Fears ran into Kohler, and they called it on Tommy. And that just kind of changed it. But still, Illinois came down. Wagler hit a 3 from about half court. He couldn't hit anything all game. He hits about a half quarter, and then he gets a steal. And I wish he would have just shot it immediately. Like got to the 3-point line, shot, or Jake Davis shoot it, because Jake Davis hit some big shots. But Big Z Avicic went backboard only. But, they had this unbelievable run, 12 in a row. I mean, they won on the road at some top 5 teams, and it took a horrible shooting night, some home cooking, some fouling out, and they still only lost by 3 in overtime. So they just can't let it linger into tomorrow, and
can't let it snowball and a losing streak.
Yeah, Underwood said after the game that's a distraught locker room in there, but that's where you need your veteran to say, we lost, let's get over it. We got a Big Ten title to potentially win. I mean, they still control their own destiny because they have Michigan coming up here in a few weeks. So I fully expect them to come out tomorrow like gangbusters, hopefully. I hope they need to win both of these for sure this week.
Let's go over the Big Ten slate for the week. Finally got some good games.
The scheduling's been poor too. I just
There's one tonight in an hour.
Good. About time.
Oregon at Indiana, who's 10.5-point favorites.
I didn't realize Indiana played again tonight. Give me Indiana.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround for both teams. They both play Saturday. I think Indiana wins pretty easily. Well, except I mean, Indiana, good for them on winning the overtime games against UCLA and against Wisconsin. But they can't hold on to leads.
Yeah, they
They don't
choked
know
both
how
of
to
those away.
hold on to
Yeah.
leads.
They were up 10 late against both those teams, and
And
both
remember,
of
they
them
were up
forced
16 in the second half against Nebraska earlier
Yeah,
this year.
that's right.
And they were up big against Purdue. And
Yeah,
Purdue come back.
Purdue
So,
came all the way back. Almost.
speaking of Purdue, Nebraska, that game's tomorrow night at Nebraska at 7 o'clock.
Give me Purdue in that one. I think they come out. I think the Oregon one kind of shook them free a little bit, just finding a way to win, and I think they come out. I still don't believe in Nebraska.
Weirdly enough, I've been saying on the Boiler Breakdown when we've been looking at this week for a while. Weirdly enough, I've been saying I'm more confident at Nebraska than I am at Iowa.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Give me Purdue in this one, a chance to get a big win where the underdogs maybe catch some people's attention. And then Wisconsin at Illinois is 11.5-point favorite.
Give me Illinois. I think
Illinois wins by 20. So
yeah, Illinois could be. I mean, if Illinois would have won, they'd be up to number 3 right now, and I'd still probably feel like they're going to lose to Wisconsin. I don't know why. They've only lost once to them in like the past 14 matchups.
Yeah, it's not Maryland.
That's fair. Give me Illinois. I think they bounce back.
Speaking of Maryland, they host Iowa Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
Give me Iowa.
I like Iowa as well. Ohio State hosts USC at 6:30.
Must win for Ohio State to make the NCAA tournament. Maybe for Jake Diebler's job. Who knows? And give me USC on the road. I don't believe in this Ohio State.
I like USC as well. Number 2, Michigan travels to Evanston to play Northwestern at 8:30 Wednesday night.
Oh boy, that's going to be another 40-point shellacking.
Yeah,
I think Michigan's the best team in the country. I do. I
really
hate
good.
it, but they're very good.
Yeah. Penn State at Washington, 10:30. The whole country be watching.
Give me Washington pretty large.
No games Thursday night.
I hate that. I hate they do that.
Friday night, Michigan State at Wisconsin, 8 o'clock.
Man, it could be a bad stretch for Wisconsin. Give me Wisconsin at home. I just don't. Michigan State's offense is just not very good, and they didn't shoot the ball well.
The worst thing that could happen to Illinois was Michigan State losing to Minnesota last
year. Exactly. And still, Illinois. It felt like the whole time Illinois was the better team too, and they just didn't shoot very well in the second half. It was frustrating.
I'm taking Michigan State Friday night. This is the weirdest tip time I've ever seen on Saturday. UCLA at Michigan, 12:45.
That is strange. Give me Michigan large in that one.
CBS, 12:45.
No, interesting.
Yep, Michigan. Northwestern at Nebraska at 1 o'clock.
Nebraska.
And Nebraska as well. Penn State at Oregon at 3 o'clock.
Oregon.
I like Oregon. Purdue at Iowa at 5 o'clock.
This will be the J-Man's Book It prediction of the week. I think Purdue splits this week. I think I think they win at Nebraska, but then Iowa gets them. Iowa has a way of kind of sucking the life out of you because they play until the final 2 or 3 seconds of the shot clock, and they play really good defense. So I think that place will be rocking. Purdue's had some decent success there, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, Matt had good success against Fran overall. So
that's kind of the same way. But McCollum can coach, so give me Iowa in that one. J-Man's Book It Prediction of the Week brought to you by Travis Watchering Insurance Agency for life, home, auto, business, renters, workers' comp, and farm insurance. Contact Travis at 219-869-4561.
Unfortunately, I do agree with you. I mean, they can't lose a game and still try to win the Big Ten, but I think that's what's going to happen. And I mean, just can't lose both of them this week.
Yeah.
Just can't.
You probably take a split at this point, right?
Yep. Yeah, I would. Non-conference game. Number 15, Virginia at Ohio State, 8 o'clock Saturday night.
Yeah, that's weird. Give me Virginia in that one. Virginia's good. They hired the right coach, Ryan Odom.
I like Virginia as well. And then Minnesota at Washington, 9 o'clock Saturday night.
Washington can't figure out Minnesota, man. They get beat by Maryland yesterday. Brutal.
And Sunday at noon, Maryland travels to Rutgers.
Give me that's a stinker.
I'm taking Maryland, that one.
I'm going to take Rutgers just because they're at home.
And then Indiana at Illinois, 1 o'clock. So Indiana only got one game this week.
No, they play tonight.
Nope, they play tonight.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm going to take Illinois just because it's at home.
And
you can get hot, though.
I'm taking Illinois as well.
They need Kylan back for that one because they need somebody to stop Wilkerson.
Then Indiana gets a 6-day rest and plays at Purdue next Friday.
No.
So, and Purdue's got Michigan at home before Indiana.
Oh boy, that is a brutal one.
Yeah, after this week, Purdue's got 3 straight at home. It's Michigan, Indiana, Michigan State.
Man, if you can win both this week, you'll be feeling pretty good heading into at least playing Michigan. At least you host Michigan.
Yeah. I'm going to that one, so I'm looking forward to
Nice.
that. Thad Moody said we lose both. I'm gonna start drinking again.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Jamie, hit with me that birdie or bogey again.
There are 4 college basketball programs. I'm gonna start over. Over the past 6 seasons, there have been 4 college basketball programs to end the regular season with 20 or more wins in each of those 6 seasons. Who are those 4 programs?
It's the 6 seasons that gets me. Of course, that's not Purdue because going back 6 years, they were not good. That's 6th year. I am going with Illinois.
Yep.
Houston.
Correct.
I'm not confident in this one. I'm going with Gonzaga.
You got it. You got a par at least.
Oh, those are 3 I got written down. I only have a 4th written down. Oh, I got to think here. I'm getting my bag. Is it UConn?
It's a good guess, but incorrect. It is San Diego State.
I could have guessed 20 teams. I was glad it wasn't Duke. Duke was in my head too. But I know they had some down years. But
Duke had a terrible year in 2020, 2021 where they missed the
I remember them. They missed the tourney, son. Yeah. And Michigan State makes the tourney, but I knew they hadn't had 20 wins.
They had some down years. Kansas, I don't think they won 20 in the regular season last year.
Yeah.
Because they weren't very good last year. They were okay.
Par. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. We're
getting more pars this year. Last year, it's all bogeys. So
the fact that we're both only +1 a month into the year is pretty good. So, have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll be back at her with another episode next week.